Good evening from Canada. Again, it's Carol Ann. I wanted to ask you if you thought there were big adjustments for me when I came to Canada. When you're coming to a place like North America from a place like Africa, you would think the adjustment would be easy because isn't life supposed to be easy here? In many ways, adjustment was very easy. But in other ways, it always will catch me by surprise. Like the night I got into bed, I had been here in Canada for maybe 2 years already. So I don't know. You would think that this would have been something would have happened the first week I was here, but not. About 2 years down the line, I got in bed one night. I was reading, and then I went to turn out the light before I went to bed to sleep. And I leaned over and I blow on the lamp. What? The electric light did not budge. Oh. And I collapsed with laughter in bed. Things that were in our things that are in our hearts as habits from young people is hard to break that habit. And when you're not thinking about it, all of a sudden you just revert to what you used to do. But another thing was vocabulary. I was very disappointed to find out that the word for true is not in the English dictionary. What? For true? Such an expressive word. Not there. Can't use it here. Nobody, people say, what are you talking like that for? Well, another thing was a wonderful word called chakla. At least when I was growing up, they used the word chakla. If everything was mixed up, confusion, everything was and you had plans, but then nothing was working out. Everything was chakla. Chakla, a wonderful word, always very, very good for me. I had to let it go. Nobody for sure here knew what chakla meant. But there was one word that I was very surprised. Just recently, I was listening to one of Mr. GGG recordings. He was talking about Liberian colloquia, and he said, you know the word Crocrogy. I said, what? Wait a minute now. I have been here in Canada now for almost 50 years. Crocrogy, that's a good word. I will find that one in a dictionary. I know. So I won't even bother looking it up. I don't know what this man's talking about. But then I stopped to think about it. I called my daughter. You see, she has never been in Liberia. She's only heard a lot about it from here. So I knew that if it was not a word used here in English, she would know. And she would say, no, Ma, that's not a word we use. So I said to her, Kenza, can you tell me what does the word Crocrogy mean? And she said, well, you know, if the picture on the wall is not straight, then it's Crocrogy. Somebody knock it and put a Crocrogy. I said, really? Okay, thank you. Yeah, I know. It's good. But then I said, Kenza, where do you hear that word being used? She said, oh, Ma, I only hear you use it. I don't hear nobody else say Crocrogy, but I know what you mean. I said, oh, Kenza. Then I got the dictionary. I look inside. You know what, people? No Crocrogy there. Oh, so disappointing. And it's something that just caught me recently, all these years later. Now, you know, on these videos, I always like to make a little bit of a life lesson. And the thing that I want to leave with us tonight is let's not be people who in our thinking, we become Crocrogy. You know, let's keep to the truth. To the truth. Let's be truthful and keep to the truth. No Crocrogy business in our minds. Because I tell you, if we get Crocrogy in our thinking, if we go away from the truth, get a little bit twisted, there will be only one result in our lives. Everything will be chakla. For true. Good night.